Hola mi gente, it's Mariluz here and welcome to my channel. Today, Maleficent Mistress of Evil comes out in theaters and I am so excited. I wanted to do a look inspired by the character. Maleficent is one of my husband's favorite villains from Disney and I have that character in mind for the whole month of October. I wanted to do something special for her. Now before I get into this video, I noticed that two of the shadows started losing pigmentation. I do apologize about that, but I do tell you how to fix it at the very end and this is the final product. I hope you guys enjoy it. So if you're interested on how to complete this eye look inspired in Maleficent, just keep watching. When it comes to really dramatic looks, I love to start with my eyes first and then move on to the face, just because when we're blending we can mess up the foundation and I want to avoid that. So for this look, I already did my brows and I am going to conceal my eyes with the Benefit Cakeless Concealer. This one's in the shade number 3. It's like a light neutral shade. I will use it as a primer because it's lighter than my skin tone. So it will make the colors pop a lot more and look more vibrant. I'm going to blend it out with a brush and I'm not going to set it with any powder this time. Now I'm blending or taking like the excess out with my finger to make sure that the concealer is seamless, and now I feel like I'm ready to start with the eyeshadows. Now to complete this look, I am going to be using different palettes, but first we're going to start with the Morphe and James Charles palette. Specifically with this shade right here, it's called Love That, and I'm going to use that on my Sigma E40. It's a really nice taper blending brush. So I'm taking this shade and I'm building it in like crease. I'm not going to blend yet because I want this shade to be intense. So we're just building the color up first and we can blend later. I actually see Nikki tutorials doing this a lot in her videos, and usually I feel like I can't blend like that, but when it comes to vibrant looks or eyeshadows, I do feel like this is the best way to blend them. I'm going to be blending the edges back and forth with a Sigma E40, and I am going to bring it way up my crease, as you can see from the other eye. I usually do one eye and then the other, but I'm making this step together because I want them to look exactly alike. So for the next step, I'm going to take this shade right here called Escape. It's a really nice deep purple, and I'm going to take that on my Sigma E25. Now because we want to keep the blending very beautiful and seamless, I'm going to apply this color right on the hollow of my crease and just build it up a little bit before we start blending. And once I've applied it like so, I'm going to take my Sigma E40. I did clean it up with my color switch and I'm going to be blending those edges out. I will be going back and forth with the brushes, applying the purple color on my crease with my Sigma E25 and then blending the edges with my Sigma E40. Now I want to make sure that the blending is perfect, so I'm going to be using this Sigma E45. This is a small tapered blending brush. Looks like that. And we're going to be going through those edges right here, making sure that there's no harsh lines. Now we're going on to the fun part. I'm going to be taking this shade called Spooky from the James Charles palette. It's a really nice black. I'm going to be using this shade with my Real Techniques shading brush. It looks just like that. When I was practicing this look, I wanted to use my Sigma E25, but I do think it's a little big. I don't want the black to go like too up on my crease, so I'm going to keep it low and tight with this brush. I'm going to be applying this shadow on the inner part of my eye and on the outer V. I'm going to make sure that I keep everything blended as I go, so I'm going to be using the Sigma E45, and this time I am going to put the purple shade Escape on it, and I'm going to make sure that I blend those edges. Now we are making a halo eye, as you can see, so I want to keep the center with no black at all. I know I'm looking crazy right now, but this next shadow is going to start bringing things together, and I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Electric palette. I love this palette so much, you guys, so much. I'm so sad that it's discontinued. I was looking into all my eyeshadow palettes and it was kind of hard to find like the right green, and since Maleficent is one of my husband's favorite villains, I had him judge which type of green I should wear. These two greens make the cut, and those are Freak and Trash from this Urban Decay palette. So I'm going to start with the shade Freak first and then Thrash and then apply it on my lid. I'm just going to apply it sort of like in the center of the lid. I'm going to apply this very low, that way when it's blended it doesn't go all the way up. Of course, I am building this color up, so I am dipping my finger on those two colors quite often. And I want to make sure I blend as I go, so I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush and blend those out. Of course, it's such a back and forth, so just be patient with it. And just so you know, I'm not applying any more black. I am just swiping the brush in between the shades and it will do its job. Now I end up putting more trash onto the eye or the lid because I feel like it looks more green when I put it on the lid. Now after all the blending, the black sort of like lost its pigmentation, so I'm just going to apply a little bit of black on the corners, really on the outer edges of each eye. I don't want it to bring them in the center of the eye. I'm going to be cleaning up all this mess right here, finish up like my makeup, my face makeup, and then I'm going to be back to finish up the look. To continue with the eyes, I'm going to be lining my waterline. I want to protect my look, so I'm going to be applying some translucent powder. I'm going to be taking the shade Love That, this one right over here, with a pencil brush. I'm going to be applying that all over my lower lash line. I will blend it a little lower than usual. I do want that lower lash line really smoked out. Now I'm going to take this shade Spooky, this black from the James Charles palette, and I'm going to be using a flat definer to smoke that lower lash line. I want to be completely transparent with you guys. I think like after a while, these two colors, the Thrash and Freak color, do die down with time. Like they don't stay vibrant during the entire day. I didn't know that was gonna happen. So I would suggest to use like a NYX Jumbo white pencil underneath to make sure that the colors stay true through the entire day if you are going out with this look. To highlight the look, I'm going to take the Anastasia Moonchild palette, and I'm so excited to be using this. I haven't used this in so long. I'm going to take the shade Lucky Clover, and I'm going to be highlighting the inner corner of my eyes, the brow bones, and then the rest of my face with it. Now for the lips, I wasn't sure what to do, but I'm going to be putting on the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Suck It, this one right over here. Now I did overline them a little bit because I feel like it gives it that villainy sort of type. Comment down below if you are planning on watching the movie this weekend, and if not, just let me know too and why. If you want to see more from this channel, I'm gonna leave you 2 videos right here so you can check them out. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe if you like makeup. I post every Friday at 8 AM Eastern time, but you can also hit the bell notification button, that way you get notified every time I upload. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!